Hey guys, Wayne here from H2 Tech Videos. Today doing a spec comparison between the Galaxy Grand Prime and the Galaxy On5. Grand Prime has been out for a little while, whereas the On5 is a fresh phone to the market. And these two actually look very similar, and that's why I wanted to put them side by side so we can actually show you what is the real difference between these two phones. So let's jump right in. So first of all, in terms of software, the Grand Prime did come stock with 5.1 Lollipop, whereas the On5 will carry the latest Android software, which is 6.0 Marshmallow. Now, the Grand Prime should be receiving an update for Marshmallow soon if it hasn't already received that, so not too big of a deal, but just out of the box, the On5 does come with the more updated Android software. When it comes to screen, this is where the Grand Prime, although it is the older of the two phones, does sort of shine. They're both 5-inch screens, so literally the phones are the same size. The On5 actually looks like identical to the Grand Prime. However, Grand Prime does have a QHD display, which is basically 2K, which is a level above 1080p HD. So you figure this is 720, which is standard HD, and QHD is actually 2560 by 1440 resolution, which is a lot better. So that just tells you that the screen is not going to be as good on the On5. It is HD, but it's not as good as the Grand Prime. So if you're looking for a better screen, that's where the Grand Prime does shine a little bit more. Now, in terms of camera, this is also where the Grand Prime is still going to shine. It does have a 8 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front. The On5 does have just a basic 5 megapixel rear and 2 megapixel front. So if you're a camera person and you're into those selfies, you may want to stay with the slightly, a little bit older Grand Prime versus upgrading to the On5. Internal memory is going to be the same. Both have 8 gigabytes of internal storage, about 4 gigabytes of user availability. So remember, you only get about half. So I would say definitely get a memory card when you do purchase the phone, so you'll have a lot more space. In terms of battery size, they are going to be the same, both 2600 milliamps. So no differences there. Now, one difference slightly with the processors, they both have a quad HD or a quad core processor. However, the On5 does have a slightly faster processor at 1.3 gigahertz, whereas the Grand Prime does have just a 1.2. So again, slightly different there. You get just a little bit more speed with that On5. And then in terms of extra features, they don't really have anything specific that stands out, so I just went with they both are able to be expanded in terms of with a memory card up to 128 gigabytes. So that is about it, and we're not here to tell you which phone to buy. We're just here to kind of put them side by side and let you know the differences, and hopefully help you make a more informed decision of which phone is the right one for you. So I hope you guys did find this helpful. Make sure you like, favorite, and share the video if it was helpful. And thanks for watching. And keep an eye out for more spec comparisons on the latest and greatest phones out there. Alright, have a good one.